Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 73 of The Lunch Bunch. We're back, and we're going to be talking about Mobocracy. Basically, a lot of people ganging up on people, not so much to make them miserable, but actually to show that they either are better or they think that they're behaving for the benefit of the majority of people who think the same way they do. And did you know, actually, that in mobs, the 5% minority actually give the direction of where the other 95 people are going to go. So it's always those 5%, those alpha dogs, that lead the mob, and the people that follow sometimes don't even know why they're following. They just jump in.
If we're looking for that, that's what we're going to find. So what if we didn't focus on that, or when we came across it, we said, oh, okay, acknowledge, accept, and join a different conversation or move on, because I don't know who can actually monitor that and control it. It's up to the people showing up in these mediums and in these places.
Christine is up. There will always be differences in opinion, beliefs, and practices. However, that doesn't excuse bad behavior. At the end of the day, we are all human and deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. How much impact does social media have in causing this kind of behavior?
Well, I think social media has a huge impact in causing this behavior because you can't take it back. It's just too easy to make a comment. It's just too easy to join a conversation. And even people who don't know the person get involved in it. Even people who weren't there get involved in it. It used to be, for example, if a kid went home from school, they were safe in their house, but now they're not. Now the bullying continues unto the death. People have had career deaths and gets very serious. Do need to address, like, what can people do about it? And is there anything?
Internet and social media, I think, is just going to evolve, and it will become better and better, has a potential of becoming better as people become more social media and internet literate.
You used the word empathy before, Ray, and listening to all of this, another word comes to mind for me, which is compassion. And I think that there is a difference. I can be empathetic that somebody made a choice to say something that caused a backlash because that was their choice. I can also show compassion for them by not joining in the public humiliation, but still being there to witness and support in whatever way I can that person on their journey.
There are many people who don't have the wherewithal to stand up to that type of an attack. People who suffer from depression, people who suffer from who knows what. That means that sometimes this is really, really hurtful in a way that goes beyond what could have happened offline. And I also think that the opportunity to stand up for people certainly is there, but I think it's rare in social media for people to come forward. Unfortunately, they don't.
Social media brings out the worst in people, says a new survey. The question was, do you ever behave on social media in a way that you would not behave in real life? 76% of people said yes.
No. Wait, say that again. What was it?
Do you ever behave on social media in a way that you would not behave in real life? 76% said yes, they behave differently on social media than they do in real life.
It's that Facebook crowd, right?
Spoken like a true Google Pluser.
You know, when Google says do no evil, we think that they mean it. You set the tone. You look at Twitter, and Twitter has a different culture than Facebook does, than Pinterest. All of these platforms develop a predominant culture, and you're right. There are ugly, ugly places on the internet, and if you don't visit them, then your statistic like you just gave will shock people like Jess and me. My experience is that it brings out the best in people.
When I think about some of this stuff and I hear those statistics, I'm like, okay, well, how much of that is all the time, and how much of that is personal development and seeing, am I changing or am I staying the same, and can I push the boundaries a little bit to be heard in all of the noise out there?
I'm sure that you and Scott are having experiences that are apropos your personalities, but that's not what the majority are. And one of the other studies that I've seen is about how people put forth on social media that they have a wonderful life. You only see happy pictures and you only hear about wonderful things. And meanwhile, that same person is going through the thing that we all go through. So people don't present themselves as in fact they are. on social media. There's some serious problems, and the fact that it's so easy to do that, either positively or negatively, has great impact on this issue of bullying.
It's a huge problem because we're dealing with human beings, and we still haven't solved bullying in schoolyards, let alone bullying online yet. So it's a huge challenge for society. So thank you all very much. I much appreciate you coming today, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.